Okay, so go ahead and grab your block. We're gonna lie down on our left side and we're gonna release the shoulder before we get moving. So place the block on its middle height. And then you're gonna come down and try to get the block to kind of hit you right where your armpit crease is. Now we're gonna be on our side, so you're gonna have that block kind of right up against the bottom of your arm. And you can always move it down or up a little bit if it feels like you're hitting something uncomfortable. But I wanna just try to put some pressure on the musculature that lives along the side of the rib cage here. And you're just gonna take a couple breaths as we lean back a little bit. Just, if you can imagine you have like a flashlight on your chest, I'm gonna turn that flashlight up towards the ceiling slightly, and then I'm gonna turn it back to face directly in front of me. Okay, so we're gonna just slightly lean back, rotating up towards the ceiling, and then back forward. Good, just get a few more in like this. Now we're trying to relax into the block. If it's too intense, you can always put a little blanket over the block. Just maybe 2 more here. Now, the next one we're gonna do is for the chest. So if you need to move your breast tissue out of the way, you can just kind of move that down under the block, and then we're gonna angle the block. So just take the front of the block and turn it up towards your elbow slightly so that you've got a little bit of corner pointing towards the corner of your mat. Now I'm gonna have that block kind of straddle the armpit. So it's hitting me a little bit in the front of my arm and a little bit right on the chest, right on the pec muscle. So again, I'm above the breast tissue. I'm just gonna let that compress for a few breaths here. We'll sit here and just try to relax. Maybe you can rest your head on the stacked fists. We'll just take maybe 2 or 3 breaths here. So we're just going to release the shoulders a little bit before we move so that we can find a little bit more mobility in the upper back and in the shoulder girdle. Good, one more big breath. Okay, let's do the other side. So again, blocks on the middle height. I'm gonna have it go straight across so that it's right on my ribs. I'm still pretty much above my bra line, but maybe right hitting at the bottom of the block, maybe just hitting right around your bra line. And I'm just gonna support my head. Again, we've got this little kind of rotation we're doing where it's just facing forward with your chest. And then you're gonna turn up towards the ceiling as you just clip a little bit of the side of the shoulder blade, right? So you should kind of feel like when you lean back, you're hitting a little bit more of the posterior side of your ribs and a little bit of maybe even that outer border of your shoulder blade. And just take your time. And if it's too intense, then back off a little bit. Again, you can cover it with a blanket. You can maybe even prop yourself up a little more so you're not putting all of your body weight onto it. But you want to be able to breathe and relax here. Again, my hand is just here to show you that my sternum is turning up and down, so this isn't necessary. Maybe just 2 more passes here. Last one. Good. And then you're just going to angle that block up towards your elbow a little bit. So we're turning it towards the upper left corner of the mat. And now I'm going to straddle that block with my armpit. So again, part of it's hitting me here on my chest, and part of it's hitting kind of right in the front of my arm bone. I'm going to try to relax. Maybe I can stack my fists to rest my forehead, or if you have another block there, you can keep it there. I'm going to take about 3 or 4 breaths here. Big inhale, big exhale. And one more big breath. Good job. All right, press yourself up off that block. And just set that block off to the side. Come on all fours. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we're just gonna make some shoulder circles. So I want you to just keep your spine in the neutral position, but I want you to feel your arm bones make these big circles with your shoulder blades. Try to keep your spine in the same position. And we're not going to bend too much into the elbows. They can be soft, but really what I want to see is the movement of your scapula here. So I want to see your shoulder blades draw together and push apart. I want to move those arm bones and glide those shoulder blades around on the ribs. One more this direction. And now we'll reverse it. Try to go the other way with your circles. Give me 4, 3, 2, make them nice and big. The bigger, the better. 1. All right, rounding the spine. Let's go cat-cow. Round the back, push into the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, draw the sit bones up and back. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. 2 more like this. One more. Good. Just sit back on your heels. You can tuck your toes or keep your feet underneath you, and we're just going to stretch the wrists. So place the top of the hands on the floor so your palms face up, and then stick your thumbs inside your palms and try to curl your fingers around them, making a fist. You can even bend your elbows a little bit out to the sides. And then just make a couple little wrist circles here. And then back onto the hands. And if you have a hard time getting on your wrist, you can always put that block under your hands so that you can kind of grip it with your fingers, because sometimes just having the flat hand is the challenge. Okay, stick that left foot straight back. Draw your belly up away from the floor. Watch that you're not shrugging your shoulder into your ear. Now we're going to push that left hand into the ground, and then right arm is going to reach forward. All right, so everything's firing in the core, and we're just going to pick that left leg up, holding here. Find that nice long reach. Really draw the belly and the ribs away from the ground. Turn the inner thigh up to the ceiling on the left leg, so I want you to turn your toes towards the floor. Give me one more breath here. Good, and then we're just gonna tap. You're gonna take the hand and the leg down and lift. Down and lift. You can point the toes or keep them flexed. But I want you to feel like you're lifting from that inner thigh. And I want there to feel like there's hardly any change in your spine, because everything's being stabilized with your core. Okay, you're drawing everything to center, hugging your spine. Try to lift from that inner thigh and squeeze the crease of your glute. Okay, on the way up. Let's just go for 3, 2, hold it up. We're going to draw that arm and the knee towards each other in the center. Give it a little crunch and back out. Crunch and out. Good. Feel that back round as you bring the knee in. Feel your belly pull away from your thigh. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that left leg out. Bring that right forearm onto the floor. And now turn and open your hips slightly to the left. So we've got the hips a little more stacked. Good. Now from here, we're just going to swing that left leg forward and back. Swing it forward towards your left arm and back. Watch that left shoulder is not creeping up into your ear, getting tired. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it forward, tap the floor, pick it up, tap the floor, pick it up, tap, up. Here's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick it up, swing it all the way back. Come on to both forearms now. So you've got your hips squared to the floor. Now you're gonna bend that left knee. We're gonna bring the left knee down to meet the right, and then press that heel up to the ceiling. Drop the knee to bend, right back up. So the left knee stays bent the whole time, and I want you to move from that glute as you pick up that left heel. Squeeze it up to the ceiling. Let's go for 7. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up there, little squeeze up. Squeeze up, up, up. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee down to meet the right knee, and now we're just gonna go out to the left. Take that left knee out and down. Out and down. Almost there. Here's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Both knees down. Tuck the toes. Step yourself back. Forearm plank. Looking forward. Drawing the belly in. Lengthen the heels back. Hold here. Good. We're just going to tap knees, alternating. Right knee taps the ground. Left knee taps the ground. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Good job. Walk your knees in. Come back up on all fours. All right. Right leg's going to sneak to the back of the mat. Straighten the right leg now. Left arm's going to reach forward. Again, we're going to pull the belly and the ribs away from the floor. So I want you to really feel this engagement here before we move. Then you're going to lift that right leg from the inner thigh. So check that your toes don't turn out and you're rotating your leg inward instead of outward. Holding, just reaching, getting longer. Try to press into the right hand so you feel like you're firing that arm and actually resisting gravity. All right, nice and slow. We're just going to tap the floor, pick everything back up. Tap the floor with the arm and the foot, and back up. You can point those toes or you can flex them. But I want you to try to really lift from the inner thigh and the crease of your glute and your hamstring. Watch your low back isn't changing. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Here's where we draw the knee and the elbow together to tap in the middle, and then extend and reach it back out. Pull it all in, reach and lengthen. Find that belly engagement here so that you feel you're really connecting the elbow and the knee and lifting the belly away from your thighs that connect. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left forearm comes all the way down. Use your right hand as a kickstand and just kind of rotate the hips to the right. So you're kind of stacking those hips. And then here we go, swinging that right leg out wide and back in. Out wide and in. See if you can keep that leg up at hips level. Try to stay centered. Watch that you're not leaning to the left. Here's 7, 6, 5. Good. Cinch in the core. 4. Really support the spine. 3, 2. Hold it forward. Tap the floor. Pick it up. So you got it out at about a 90-degree bend from the hip. Right out by that right pinky. Here we go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it up. Good. Swing it all the way back. Come on to both forearms. Bend that right knee And now it's gonna come down to meet the left and press the heel back up. So now your hips are square to the floor, right? They should both be facing down. We're watching that we're not swaying the back every time that heel comes up. I want you to feel the resistance of your hips not wanting to move as your leg extends up to the ceiling. Here's 5, watch your heads not dropping. 4, 3, 2, hold it up, little squeeze to the top, up, up. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down to meet the left, and now you're gonna take it out wide and down. So it's that kind of dog peeing on a fire hydrant, turning that leg out. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Step that right foot to the back of the mat. Step the left foot, coming into your forearm plank. Now keep your belly engaged. You're gonna lower your hips towards the floor, almost like you're gonna come into a back bend, and then you're gonna pick your hips up with your belly. So I want you to keep the core engaged. Don't dump into your low back, but just lower towards the floor, and then lift yourself up into this little half mountain lift, right? So you're not quite going into down dog. You're just lowering, your chest goes forward, your belly's still fired, and then you pick it up. Little lower, little lift. Yes. Here we go. Last 5, 4, 3. If there's any discomfort in the low back, 2, then don't lower so far down. Last 1, hold it here. Both knees bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower the knees, look forward, lower the belly. Let the elbows be right under those shoulders for Sphinx pose. Okay, so shoulders roll down and back. Drag those arms back towards your hips. Press into the pinky side of your foot. Lift your belly away from the floor and just stretch it out. Good job. So go ahead and grab your hand weights. They should be close by, hopefully. And then take them into your hands, and we're going to reach them back by your hips. Okay, so you've got your legs reaching back. They're fired up. Tops of the feet are pressing down into the ground. And we're going to just alternate here. So you don't have to lift too high. Then I want you to lift your right arm, left leg. Then lower them both to the floor. And then it's left arm, right leg, lower to the floor. Okay, so we're just alternating. I want you to try to pick that leg up with a straight leg. So don't bend your knee. Don't lift it from the shin. I want you to lift it from the hip and the thigh. Good. Keep curling your chest forward, pushing your pubic bone down and trying to lift your belly away from the floor. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you will keep the arms hovering the whole time. Otherwise, they can rest on the floor until it's their turn. Good. A couple more on each side. All right, hold that right arm, left leg up. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other side. Left arm, right leg. Little pulse up. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. All right, bring those hands forward. You've got those arms in that nice 90-degree bend or cactus arms. Feet are gonna stay on the floor. Hands are gonna pick up. You're just gonna straighten the arms to the side of the room. Bend it back in. Extend out and bend. So I've got a little lift to my chest, but I don't want it to be too high. I want to feel more length over height. And I'm just trying to hold my arms to hover above the ground. Let's go for 4, 3, keep those shoulders up, 2, 1, hold them straight, pull them into the ribs to tap, punch them back out to a T. Pull them into the ribs and tap the ribs, punch out to a T. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, drop the weights if it's too much, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Place those weights down. Press into your hands to go back to child's pose. Round your back, sit on your heels. Good. Just take one more big breath here. Look forward, plant the hands, tuck the toes, cover the knees and shins. And now we're gonna just shoot forward into plank, back to hover over the heels. Plank, back to hover over the heels. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send it all the way back to hover over the heels. Little pulses here of the knees. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten into the legs, pedal the feet, down dog. So when you bend your knees here, let's take a little swivel to the hips. So you can take, if you bend your right knee, you can let it kind of cross over your left. Get a little deeper stretch there. And then switch it. Let the left knee kind of cross over to the right. One more time. Bend the knee, take it over to the left. Bending the left knee and then go toward the right. Good, both heels sink down, press down into your hands and energetically push your hands forward so some weight comes back into your legs. Swing that right leg up and back behind you, slow. And then look forward, shift into plank. Let's bring that right knee to tap that right arm. Send it all the way up and back and extend that right leg long. Bring it forward, tap that right arm, up and back. 3 more. Here's 3, 2. Next one, we're gonna hold that into the arm, little tap forward, tap that arm. Here's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it in between the hands. Lower the left knee, just keep your belly drawing back, but let's just bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. And let your hips kind of fall as you continuously pull the belly button back. Hopefully stretching a little bit into the hips here. Give yourself just maybe 2 more breaths. Try to find some release in here. 1 more. Good. Wiggle your foot back in between the hands. And now we're going to straighten into this right leg. Point the toes. Keep the toes on the floor if you can for just at least 1 more breath. Keep extending your spine long for this first one. So just holding here, flat back, top of the head reaching towards your toes. Get that big toe down. Good, now pull the toes back, flex the foot. And if you want to start to round over that right leg and bow down. Maybe 1 more breath here. Good. Go ahead and place that right foot on the floor. Tuck your back toes. Come on up. Inhaling. And now from here, you can bring your hands behind your head or you can hold on to that right thigh. And we're going to go straight up into our crescent lunge. So pull your belly button back, press into that right foot and those left toes, and just pick up that left knee. So hopefully here we've got the pelvis feeling pretty upright rather than tilted forward and arched into the back, right? I want to feel like I can really stack myself over my hips. So maybe the knee is bent, Now again, you can bring your hands behind your head or they can stay here on your thigh, but we're gonna try to round the back and then lift the chest. So my hands behind my head mean I'm gonna scoop, almost like I'm gonna round my upper back towards my thigh and my pubic bone up to my belly. And then I'm gonna straighten the back leg and let my chest lift and let my tail go back a little bit. Exhale, curl it all in. Inhale, extend and lift. And lift and reach. Good. Just a few more like this. Maybe 3 more. 3. 2. 1 more. Good. Go ahead and take those arms up to the ceiling. And then let's open to that right side. So left arm's reaching forward, right arm's reaching back. And can you find your back leg with that right hand and start to just reach that left arm up and over. I'm getting a little bit of a back bend and a slight twist here. Good, now take those arms back out wide, still facing the right side. And we're gonna take that left elbow onto that right knee and then bring the right hand to stack on top. Now straighten the back leg and start to press into the hands as you turn your chest towards your thumbs. See if you can get that right knee over your heel. So bend into that right knee, keep wrapping your right hip in towards the center. Don't let it pop out to the side. Can you lift your left hip just a little bit away from the floor? 2 more breaths here. Good. That left hand's gonna come out to the floor just a little bit in front of that left foot. So, or sorry, that right foot. So a little bit to the left of the right foot and in front of it. Now my right arm's gonna reach forward. Shift all your weight into that right foot. Tap the back of the left, tap the left leg to the back of the right calf, and then step it all the way back. Tap it forward and back. Now if you can, sweep that arm back and reach it forward. It's gonna go back and it's gonna tap the foot and reach forward. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, bring both hands to the floor, straighten the right leg and the left leg back. So now you're in this kind of standing splits position. If you need to get up on blocks, you can. And if you need your right knee to be bent a little bit, you can. I'm gonna take that left leg to the floor, pick it up, kick it out to the side of the room, bring it back. Take it down, tap the floor, pick it up, swing it wide, take it back. So again, if you need to bend your right knee because your hamstrings are too tight, go ahead. If you gotta get your hands higher up on some blocks or even a chair, go for it. So I'm just tapping the left foot down, picking it up, swinging it wide, taking it back, tap, lift, swing it wide. Good, 2 more. Tap, lift, wide, swing it back. Last one. Tap, lift, wide, swing it back. Lower the left foot to meet the right. Sit down in a chair. Pick up the upper body. Arms up by your ears. Belly pulls away from your thighs. Sit a little lower. Holding here. Good, bring your hands to your heart. Can you just lift up onto the toes and lower the heels down? Lift up on the toes and lower. Try not to come up and down. Stay low. Let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, thighs are squeezing together. 3, 2, 1. Swing those hands back. Little lifts of those pinkies. Pick up the heels. Little pulses, arms and legs. 10, 9, so I'm on my tippy toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, lower the heels. See if you can lower your butt all the way down to the floor. You've got your weights right there, grab them. You're gonna scoop the tail and roll back slightly. Palms are gonna face the ceiling. Now we're just gonna take those arms wide and back in. Wide, back in. Here's 8, 7, 6, use your belly here. 5, pull your pubic bone towards your belly button. 4, try to move your sit bones towards your heels. 2, 1, take them forward, bend your elbows back, reach it forward. Elbows back and forward. If you want, you can even lean back a little bit as those hands come forward and lift. Back and lift. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it forward, little lift of the arms. Here's 10, 9, yep, stay back, tuck that tail under. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle out the arms, press the knuckles together, rotate side to side. Left to right. Here's 8, 7, 6, keep the knees together. 5, 4, 3, 2, stay to the left, little lifts of those arms, little lifts. Here's 10, just stay rotated to the left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, over to the right, little lifts of the arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to center. Place those weights down. Roll on your back. You're gonna roll up and down just to your seat. So make a little ball, roll on your spine, up to your seat. I'm gonna give you a couple more, and then we're gonna roll up to our feet and stand all the way up. Okay, make it your next one. Get a little bit of momentum here. Roll to your feet, stand all the way up. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Maybe lift your chest. Exhale, dive forward. Nice long swan dive here. Over those legs. Let the top of your head come towards your toes. You can bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, extend the spine up nice and long. Exhale, place the hands, step yourself back to your plank. Hold your plank here. Lower your knees. Here's our chaturanga push-ups. I did not forget, bend and press. Bend and press. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, excuse me. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to your belly. Reach the arms forward and the legs back. Just give it a hold for 3, 2, 1. Bring those hands back. Press to your knees through to child's pose. Take 2 breaths here and we'll do the other side. All right, tuck those toes. Pick up the hips, the knees cover. Shift your weight into your plank and back to your heels. Shifting forward and back. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it back, do a pulse. Sorry, I've got a tingle in my throat. Here's 2, 1, down dog. Sorry guys, I just got something in my throat I cannot get rid of. All right, left leg up and back. Shift forward, left knee, left elbow, and reach it back. Left knee, left elbow, reach it back. 3 more. 3, 2, Last one, hold it forward. Little pulse, forward, forward. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that foot between the hands. Lower the right knee. And just wiggle the left foot out a little bit so you can let your hips rest and your hands on the inside of that left foot. So again, I want that feeling in my belly button kind of pulling back through my spine so that I can really let this come into the hips and stay out of the low back. Let me just maybe 2 more breaths here. Okay, wiggle that left foot in the middle of the hands, point the toes, keep them on the floor as you shift your hips back and straighten the leg. Good, try to keep those toes down and keep your spine extending long. 1 more breath here. Good, then flex the foot, pull the toes back, and now if you want to try to round over that left leg, you can, bringing your forehead towards your shin. Good. Coming back up, place that left foot on the floor, tuck the right toes, come all the way up, inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Okay, so now you can either bring the hands behind the head or you can have them on your thigh. Toes are tucked, press into the feet. Let's lift that back knee. All right, so you can decide where your hands go. Again, they can be here where you can round and extend, right? You see I'm bending my right knee a little bit when I round and I'm trying to pull my spine into this cat position. And then I'm doing my cat-cow here, right? Hands can also be behind the head. Let's just go for 6 more. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Upright with those arms, inhaling, exhaling, turning towards the left. Both arms are nice and long here. Now we're going to take that left hand and try to find that right thigh. And we're going to take this right arm up as you can back bend here. And then reach a little over towards that left back corner of your mat. Good, back to open arms here. Now we're going to bring that right elbow all the way onto that left knee. And then you're going to stack the palms on top of each other. Straighten the back leg. Get your left knee right over your heel. So really bend into your knee and then press into the hands to turn the chest to the left. Now lift your belly up off your thigh. Keep hugging the left hip in towards center. Can you slightly lift your right hip away from the floor? Good. Maybe look down, something that's not moving. Take just 2 more breaths here. Don't let that left leg straighten. Try to keep it nice and deeply bent. Good, okay. Right hand's gonna reach out, so it's just a little in front of that left foot. Left arm's gonna reach forward, hips square up to the floor, shift your weight to the left leg, tap that right shin to the back of your left calf. Then extend that leg and tap it back. Now if you're ready, we're just tapping that leg forward and back. That arm can move as well, like it's gonna tap your foot and reach back forward. Tap your foot, reach back forward. Let's go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it forward. Both hands to the floor. Square your hips and start to straighten into both legs. Now you're like an upside down capital L. Square up the hips. So turn that right hip to the floor. And if you need to bend your left knee to get your hands on the ground, go ahead. But they should be light. You shouldn't have a lot of weight into your hands. All right, right foot's gonna tap the floor, pick it up, swing it out wide to the right. Back, down to the floor, pick it up, swing it wide, take it back. Up, wide, back. Here we go for 6. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it back in, lower it down to meet the left. Bring those feet right next to each other, sit your butt back. Come up into your chair. So I've got most of the weight back in my heels, belly lifting away from your thighs. Sit down a little lower. Hands to the heart. We're going to twist to the left. So right elbow, left knee. Get your knees together. Turn your chest towards your left side. Draw back through your right hip. Okay, keeping it there. You're just going to see if you can shift your weight into that left foot. Look down at the floor, and can you maybe just pick your right heel up to hover? You can just squeeze up to your butt. Just holding here for 3, 2, 1. Place it back down. Come back through center. Switch sides. Left elbow, right knee. Press into the palms. Start to turn the chest towards your thumbs. Keep your knees together. Keep your left hip wrapping back. Belly's up off the thighs. You can look down. Shift your weight into the right foot. And then slowly hover that left heel. Hug it in. Last 2, 1. Set it back down. Come back through center. Arms can extend up. And then walk your feet, wiggle your feet nice and wide. And turn your toes out. And lower all the way down into the squat. So our butt's still off the ground. Bring your arms to the inside of your knees, palms together, and push your elbows wide into your knees as you hug your knees into your arms. Just opening up the low back and the pelvis here. So again, you got this pressure pushing arms out into the knees and knees squeezing in to make contact with the side of the arms. One more breath here. Good. Lower your hips. Grab for those weights. Palms face the floor. Tuck your tail. Roll yourself back into this hovering position here. So scoop the belly back. All right. Bend the elbows. Press them forward. Bend the elbows. Punch forward. Now, if you want to add, you can lean back as you punch forward. Pull in as you come up. Back and in. Here's 7, 6, 5, legs together, 3, 2, 1. Lower them down and tap the floor. Pick them up. Straight arm. Down, up, down, up. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll all the way down onto your back. Arms come to the ceiling. And then you're going to exhale. Roll yourself all the way up, sit up tall. Arms come up to the ceiling here. So as you roll back, they can lower. And then they lift up, stack over your shoulders. And as you roll all the way up, they reach to the ceiling at the top. Good. We're almost there, guys. Just finishing up with some ab work, a little bit of arms. Let's go for 5. Here's 4. 3. 2. Last one, hold it up, hold those arms up, sit up tall. You're gonna bend your elbows, press straight back into the ceiling. Bend, straighten. If you need to straighten your legs, go ahead. Otherwise, you keep them bent. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, sit up tall. 4, get those postural muscles working. 2, 1, bend your elbows to 90, last little arm. In, open, in, open. Keep the 90-degree bend, just opening and closing these doors. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Place those weights down. Slowly roll all the way onto your back. Legs come into tabletop, hands behind the head. Pick your head and shoulders up. Just extend those legs out across the room. Pull it in. Last little bit of abs. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bicycles. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Arms and shoulders down on the floor. Legs up towards the ceiling. You're just going to lower the legs as much as they can go. Bend the knees in. Straighten them up. Lower them down. Pull them in. Extend them up. Good. Here's 8, 7, 6. Try to keep your low back on the floor. 5. Only go as low as you can keep that. 4, 3. Last one. Good job. Bring those knees into your chest. Give them a little hug. Just place the feet on the floor. Let's just do a couple of little spinal rolls. You're going to take your arms down by your side, tuck your tail, peel yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time into your bridge. Inhale, take the arms up and back overhead, leave them on the floor. Exhale, rest the upper back on the ground, the middle back, the low back, the tail. And then inhale, bring your arms down. Exhale, peel it up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, rest your upper back, middle back, low back, tail. Inhale, arms down. 1 more like that. Exhale, peel it up. Try and really find that ability to lift each piece of the spine all by itself. Inhale, arms up. I want to try to create as much movement through each vertebra as possible. Tuck and roll down. Arms come down by your side. All right, last thing. Grab your block. We're going to do a little bit of upper back extension work. Hopefully we've moved enough to create some space. The block's going to go in the middle height. The same direction as the short side of our mat. So we've got it perpendicular to our body. And then I'm going to rest my shoulder blades on the block. So careful your block doesn't tip over. But I usually find that when I reach my arms up and I move my arms, I can feel the very bottom tip of the shoulder blade hit the block. Hands behind the head. You may have to adjust once we move. You can squeeze your knees together. Elbows can be either in towards your face or out wide. And you're gonna let your head really be what presses into the hands and lets your head and chest, well, I guess your head's going back, your chest is kind of feeling like it's lifting up as you kind of curl over the block. And then you'll exhale and do this kind of crunch on the way up. Now see if you can keep your belly hollowed out and your low back slightly hammocked towards the floor, because I'm trying to keep this all isolated in the upper back and the shoulders. Now you can stay here, or you can take that right arm and reach it forward, and then as we go back and up, you're going to reach that right arm back, and then bring it back up with you. We'll just do 2 more with the right arm. And again, you can just keep the hands behind the head here. We're just trying to reverse a little bit of the curvature that gravity creates in the upper body. 1 more. When we reach that right arm all the way back. Hold it here. If you got that arm extended, just circle it all the way out to the right and back in through center and bring it behind the head and curl up. Let's do the same thing with the left arm. So left arm reaches up. As you go back, it's going to reach overhead and reach to the back of the room. And then curl it up. 2 more like that. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, reach up. One more. Inhale, reach back. Just hold it here and just circle that left arm all the way out to the left. Down. Back in to grab the head. And curl back up. Good. You can grab onto the thighs. Roll yourself up to the top. And hopefully you feel nice and tall and long. And you're all done.